All right. Well, let's get into these coaches. Our top 10 coaches heading into the NFL season.
Why you always about to say? Don't start with me. Because I hit Jalen on the side, bro. I said this is the golden ticket that I got.
Oh, they starting with me. Oh shit!
Yeah. The producer is picked.
Hold on. Before you go, Spike, Jalen, I need to know if there's a particular order that you go. Is this like the worst one, the first one? Is that how you pick these? I need to know.
I think Jalen's just fucking with me.
That mean Nick need to go twice.
I think Jalen, as a producer for content of the show, whoever got the craziest list goes last. I think that's what happens. So now I'm saying that to excuse myself from going first,
right? Because you went last. You went last time, last week.
I have the most reasonable list, and I think that's why I'm going first this time.
This is terrible already.
Yeah, it is.
I started number 10 with Doug Peterson. He is, the Eagles fired him unjustly after he went to the Super Bowl. Who's a shit franchise, found a good head coach, still doing this thing in Jacksonville. Sean Payton, number 9. I think him and Bo Nix are going to make waves this year. Jim Harbaugh, yes, this is his first season back. However, he's proven himself in the NFL with the 49ers. I don't want to hear your wild, Shelton. It doesn't matter. John Harbaugh, Baltimore Ravens coach. He has one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Sean McVay.
You have Sean McVay outside the top.
Yes,
that's wild.
They had a terrible. That's number 6. They had a terrible team last year. He took them to the playoffs. I'm giving him credit for that. Number 5, Mike McDaniel. He is making great to do with everything that he has in Miami. Tua not being, I don't think, an upper echelon quarterback, but he is putting him in the right position to make plays. D'Amico Ryans. I'm hearing great things about the Texans. We've seen what they did last year. Kyle Shanahan, number 3, got to win a Super Bowl. Andrew Reid, number 2. And Nick as number 1, the doppelganger.
I can't stand y'all.
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is the picture of consistency. Like, you can't ask for a better head coach. If he were any other nationality,
that's number 2.
If he were any other nationality other than black, they would be praising him as the best coach ever to walk the face of the earth. They'd be making movies about Mike Tomlin because he's never had a losing season, always goes to the playoffs, Mr. Consistency and Black Power. Give me Mike Tomlin.
Your top 5 has only one coach who's won a Super Bowl.
What does that mean?
You got Mike Tomlin. You got 2. Okay, so you got.
Let me ask you, how many coaches in the league have won a Super Bowl?
No, I'm just saying, like, you have D'Amico Ryans over Sean McVay.
Yes.
I love D'Amico, but I don't.
You got Mike McDaniels over Sean McVay.
Yes.
You got Mike Tomlin over Andy Reid.
Yes, nigga. Yes.
They might do that.
This is the perfect list.
Shelton, he said Mike Tomlin is the best head coach. You couldn't ask for more. I'm like, well, how about a Super Bowl?
right.
How about 2 of them?
Andy Reid. Mike Tomlin been to several Super Bowls, Nick. Thank you.
Andy Reid is right underneath him, and he got. Oh my gosh! All right, take this list off.
Yeah, it's the best list, Jalen. Thank you for putting me first, man, so I can get that out of the way. That was the best list.
We needed you to get that out of the way.
All right. At number 10, give me Kevin O'Connell. What he's done with the Vikings is
what?
Hey, look at what he's done with the Vikings. That offense is humming. Even with all of the quarterback situations that they had last year, we all questioned J.J. McCarthy, and we saw that he flashed as well. Zach Taylor, for obvious reasons, one of the best offensive rosters. I know I've given him a lot of flack, but at the end of the day, they have been consistent when healthy. Kevin Stefanski, what we've seen with that offense and what he's been able to overcome.
You copy and pasted this from CBS.com. That's not a real list, bro.
This is a real list. Dan Campbell at number 7. We seen what Dan was able to do. I've been talking about Dan Campbell and how he was turning around the Detroit Lions before they were a Cinderella story last year. So everybody on the panel, I don't like the rah-rah guy. Well, the rah-rah guy made top 10 on my list. Mike Tomlin at number 6. Nick, I'm 100% with you. Yes, at number 6, he's right outside the top 5.
Let me mute
He
myself,
is an
man.
amazing career coach, Spike. But what has Mike Tomlin done for us lately? And now we have to start to question some of the decisions that have been made the same way we have with Belichick. So he might be on his way out. Let me get to my top 5. All right, Mike McDaniel, definitely top 5 coach in the league. He took, I agree with you, Spike, an average to slightly above average quarterback and made him the highest passer in the league last season. Matt LaFleur definitely flourished with Jordan Love, and we saw them go all the way to the NFC title game. Kyle Shanahan, if he's not in your top 3, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what you talking about. We're not talking about the right coaches. Sean McVay at number 2. Arguably, look, and for me, it was splitting hairs between Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay, but Sean McVay has the better overall record, and they were both hired in the same year. So, and he also has a better head-to-head record. So that's why I put Sean McVay at number 2. Andy Reid. I don't think there should be anybody rated higher than Andy Reid right now in the league.
Real quick, before we move on, not too long, why wouldn't DeMeco Ryans be on your list?
He's number 11 for me.
Okay.
He's only done it 1 year. Everybody else has been here 2 or more.
He said LaFleur flourished.
Yeah, see, I heard that, kid. That shook my head. That was the worst thing about his list.
Matt LaFleur, hey, bro, you balled.
Yeah.
When he opened up that playbook for Jordan Love, we saw what they did.
Having Tomlin at 6 is criminal to black culture.
Mm.
Like,
Hey,
that's
and he got
criminal.
Lou, you ain't gonna like my list,
more.
boy. You ain't gonna like my
God.
list.
All right, let me get y'all started real quick with a real list.
Oh.
With a real.
Oh,
Get this
my
off the screen right now, bro. Nick said,
at
"Hey,
10,
stop, bro. Stop."
At 10, I got
Jalen, cut his mic off. Cut his mic off, Jalen.
I got
Jalen, cut his
Wait,
mic off,
hold
bro.
on, hold on.
Cut
Shelton,
his
before
mic
you
off,
even
Jalen. Cut his mic
Before
off,
you even
Jalen.
go, wasn't Shelton talking about how the coaching and not calling of the correct routes was hurting Jalen Hurts?
That's
Absolutely.
crazy.
Didn't he say that? But then he's gonna put him top 10.
You a wild dude, man. You a wild dude,
Absolutely.
Chef. You a wild
Absolutely.
dude.
Okay,
I put him
I
there
found this on the
because
web for you before you go, Shelton, talking about how
what was that?
Even
That
Siri
was
cussing you
AI.
out.
That was AI telling you how
Siri
dumb
got
you are.
it?
That was AI telling you.
Siri
That was
was
AI
like-
telling you that was a dumbass
I
pick.
got Sirianni on my list. You know,
You got
this-
Chat GPT telling him that was a dumb pick.
and I'm gonna be honest, Sirianni is not one of my favorites. I did that because I like Fangio. And I like
You got him on your
Come on,
list, nigga.
bro.
Ain't
I
nobody
got I
asked
like I like
Oh,
the-
you
I like
going
the-
at the
I
troll.
like the OC and the DC. So I put Nick Sirianni
Yeah,
in there
get
because
out
I
of
like
here,
my offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Vic Fangio is gonna show you some things this year. Watch what they do. All right, 9, I got Dan Campbell. I'm not really into the rah-rah stuff. He's not a great coach, but he gets out of the way unless his people that like Ben Johnson do what he's supposed to do to get them where they are. So you got to give him credit for getting where he is. Mike McDaniel, because he is proven, like we said about Tua, everybody knows about Tua. He's brought the best out of Tua as opposed to Brian Flores. At 7, I got DeMeco Ryans. You cannot discount the fact that this guy brought a rookie QB in and got them as far. Nobody was talking about the Texans. Nobody thought about the Texans. So there's no way you can include this man on your list. And I expect big things from him. John Harbaugh, enough said, he's a winner in the regular season. He needs to push further in the playoffs, though, this year for me. He's going to have to really, really make some things happen for it to shake. Now, let me give you my top 5. My top 5, I got Mike Tomlin at 5. Proof is in the pudding. He's always done more with less, so he deserves to be there no matter what. At 4, I got Matt LaFleur. I'm really pleased with how he's developed Jordan Love and those young receivers. They look like they're cooking with hot grease. I love that team, man. I love what they're doing. Sean McVay at 3. Sean McVay, you can't say much about this man other than he wins and puts great product on the field. You see it all the time. I can't put him at 2, FIFO. 2 has to be Kyle Shanahan because you're winning with Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback. You can't put Sean McVay over Mr. Irrelevant. You got to give credit where credit is due. Kyle Shanahan is that guy. And at 1, I got Andy Reid.
I gave Sean McVay credit because he has the better head-to-head record and he has a better overall record than Kyle. And I could argue that Kyle has had a better roster than Sean has.
He had Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback, and he made the Super Bowl. So for that alone, he deserved to be in the number 2 spot. And Andy Reid at 1 because reasons obvious.
Shelton,
because he has the best quarterback ever to walk the planet of the face of the earth.
that he made the move to go get.
well,
Sheldon
Sheldon,
gifted.
Sheldon,
True.
to me, your McVay Kyle Shanahan argument doesn't make sense because Sean McVay has coached and is currently he has coached 2 of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league right now, in Matt Stafford and Jared Goff.
Well,
And
well, I
he
look
won
at
with,
it-
and he at least won a
Jared
Super Bowl.
Goff is a top
Well, I
10
look at it.
quarterback.
Yeah, Jared Goff's
I
top
don't-
10. And at least he won a Super Bowl. What does Kyle Shanahan he been to the dance and ain't got no numbers.
I look at this more
Kyle
like
Shanahan ain't never had a quarterback as good as Matt Stafford, though.
I ain't
Never.
trying to hear all
And
that
I
when he
look
went to
at
2
it-
Super Bowls, bro.
But I look right, he did. That's the point. But I look at it more or less like, what have you done for me lately? I don't look at it like we're not talking about just awards and accolades. If that's the case, then we need to reshuffle this whole list. But it's what have you done for me lately? And then saying that, like I said, I've seen Kyle Shanahan do more lately. So that's why I got to give him the credit over McVay. Even though, McVay is 3. But still, as far as that argument goes, like I said, nobody expected Brock Purdy, nothing from Brock Purdy. So to get what
By
to a
but
Super
by
Bowl
now we
win.
have been by now. That shit with Brock Purdy, like us being wild by the fact that he's Mr. That shit is old news, bro. He been to 2 NFC championships and he
Hey,
went to a Super
You
Bowl.
sound crazy. You sound crazy, Nick.
Yeah.
You sound insane right
So we don't have expectations for Brock Purdy going into the season. It's still
now.
he's
This
Mr. Relevant.
season, but not the previous 2 seasons.
Right. And then
No,
you
I'm
take
saying
The expectations are now
No,
because he's
I'm
looking for a contract because they've already seen success. He's went to a Super Bowl, so we expect him to do that now. That didn't happen before
No,
this
I'm-
season. No,
what I'm
right.
saying
He
is
may
like
have
the
not
same-
have been he may have not even been in the league had he not been with Kyle Shanahan. So let's
But
not
I'm
act
saying
like Brock
that's
Purdy's
the-
doing this on his own.
That's the whole MO. We learned that from Sean McVay. Jared Goff may not be in the league if it wasn't for Sean McVay. And Sean McVay actually won a Super Bowl.
Well,
With a
no,
guy,
but Jared-
with a guy,
Jared Goff is-
with a quarterback we all thought that had all the talent in the world but couldn't get it done when it really matters. He
Jared
changed our
Goff-
perceptions on both of them niggas.
Jared Goff is having success with Dan Campbell, so we can't really say we can't use him as that example.
Has
He-
who's gotten most success out of Jared Goff? Is Sean McVay or Dan Campbell?
If you count the Super Bowl trip, then you
McVay.
say Sean
I
McVay.
obviously I'm counting the Super Bowl trip. Nigga,
But-
what the fuck you think I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is he looks just as good now. He looked just as good as past years he did.
But he
We
didn't.
didn't think Jared Goff was gonna play again like he is after he left Sean McVay, if not ever, bro.
And he's doing it. That's my point.
That's
It took
exactly
years.
what
It was a year. It was years.
But he's still doing it. So the fact that he's doing it, you still got to give him the credit. So it's the player. But in the Brock Purdy case, you can't say that Brock Purdy would have went to another team and done just as much. We can't say that without Sean McVay, without Kyle Shanahan.
I'm saying based on what we know now, we can't be given. Never mind. Let's just move on because I ain't got time. with y'all niggas.
I gotta go to sleep. I ain't got time.
All right, man. Let's jump into it. Let's start with number 10, Kevin Stefanski. He actually had y'all thinking that Joe Flacco could play quarterback again. Sean McDermott at number 9, Mike McDaniel at 8. Gimme LaFleur, Matt LaFleur at 7, and of course Dan Campbell at 6. Moving into the I was about to say Mike McConnell wasn't even close to my list. Kevin McConnell. Give me D'Amico Ryans at number 5. Mike Tomlin at number 4. Kyle Shanahan at 3. Sean McVay at 2. And of course, Andy Reid, man, at number 1.
Why you get that? What skinhead you got at number 9? Why is he on your damn list? Why is Sean McVay on the top 10?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott, yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Hey man, look what he did last year.
What he
They
do?
went from being out of the playoffs to making the playoffs, and actually, so yeah, you got to get the man can coach. He's been coaching fairly well the last couple of
Hold
years.
on. So how come
He's
can
been
I get
saved.
no Kevin Stefanski hate? Why I'm the only one giving Kevin Stefanski hate?
Because we already got it off with you. We ain't got to reiterate it. We don't have to reiterate it with Ken. Like they understand.
I don't
like that's not a good pick. Like the Browns are going to suck this year, and he's going.
Were
to
they
get
bad
fired.
last year?
They were not.
what
Ken.
He did a hell of a
bro, he won with the fucking old ass Joe Flacco, bro.
Stefanski is going to get fired this year. That's what's going to happen because they paid all of this money for massage room creep, and now it's going to have to pay off, and it ain't going to happen.
I don't know. I think Stefanski's been coaching pretty good for the last couple of years, bro.
Nope. I don't
Nick
think
Chubb is back.
Then you must don't watch this sport as much as you think. I don't know what we watching. He had fucking Joe Flacco out there balling, bro.
I'll give him that. He did. No, Stefanski coached his ass off last. He's one of the. I know people ain't gonna really talk about it because of how that season ended, but like he did coach his ass off. I just don't have him on my list because I don't think I think
let me ask y'all this: how many games do y'all think do y'all think the Browns will win over 9 games this year?
Hey, Lou. Last year he beat Joe Burrow with PJ Walker.
Okay. My question is, if you had to bet your paycheck, Shelton, that the Browns would win 9 games this year, would you bet it?
9 games?
Yes.
9 games. This is a tough division and a tough conference because they play
exactly. All this nickel babble y'all doing lets me know exactly my point is correct.
I said yes. I said yes.
Oh, a whole paycheck? Like, nah, get out of here.
I think he can get 9 games.
He can. It's definitely possible.
That's the toughest division in football, Ken.
He got 11 last year.
Yeah,
that's the toughest division in football.
I'll give him over 9 games. I'll give him over 9 games based off that defense.
I wouldn't bet a check on that. I wouldn't bet a check that he would win over 9 games this year.
It's really
talking about the Ravens, the Steelers, and who's the other team that?
Ravens, Steelers, Bengals. Yeah.
That's it. Bengals. I forgot about them.
Hell no. I'm not
first of all,
he win
and Shelton, he beat a hurt Joe Burrow. That's what he was hurt last year.
PJ Walker beat the shit out of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he was hurt last year. Let's get to the golden list. Come on, Jalen. You kept the fans waiting for too long. We had to go through all that bullshit.
Save the worst for last.
The best for last. Number 10, John Harbaugh. The reason why I have him at 10 is because he got all that talent in the world and he ain't done shit with it. Lamar Jackson literally saved his job. I think we all forget that. And he has been coasting ever since then. Look at his record without Lamar. Look at his record with Lamar, and he's on the last leg out. I probably should have had DeMeco Ryans at 10, but I need another season with him. At number 9, I got Jim Harbaugh. Yes, he hasn't coached in the NFL for a while. However, he's probably the hottest coach in the NFL right now, coming off that national title game. And he's working with Justin Herbert, who I think he's going to resurrect. So we'll see with the Chargers. Mike McDaniel, I do give him credit for the turnaround he's did with Tua. We'll actually have that conversation later on. But I do fuck with what he's done as far as his scheme. I think the Mike McCarthy disrespect should stop today because
Nick, this is one of the craziest takes you've ever had on this
I'm saying this because of this, bro. He has made the Cowboys relevant again.
Cowboys are always going to be relevant.
I'm talking about contending wise. They have not been this relevant since Mike McCarthy got there. Even when you talk about Jason Garrett, everybody knew Jason Garrett wasn't going to do shit. At least with Mike McCarthy,
that's a disgusting pick.
Mike McCarthy,
he shouldn't even have a job.
Mike McCarthy,
he should have got fired last year, and you got him at 7.
At number 7. Number 6, I got Mike Tomlin. I do respect the fact that he's never had a losing season. However, with the quarterback play that I saw this past week, it's the first time for everything. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the top 5. That's what everybody really care about. Number 5, of course, you got to have Zach Taylor in that motherfucker, boy. And hey, Sheldon, if Mike Tomlin had the last 3 seasons like Zach Taylor, he'll be number 2 on my list. And number 4, we got Gucci Mane LaFleur. I fucked up his name. It's LA. It's not LE. I fucked that up. But Gucci Mane LaFleur showed me a lot last year. One, not only turning around, not only the QB room, but the whole team. I put that a lot on Matt LaFleur. I like the culture he built in Green Bay. And he could be like how Mike McCarthy was as far as going from one Hall of Famer and coaching up another Hall of Famer. As far as Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love could be interesting. Number 3, I got to get respect where respect due with Kyle Shanahan. He's been to multiple Super Bowls in the last 4 seasons, been to multiple NFC title games in the last 4 seasons as well. That's the last thing you'll hear me say as far as the praise I give him. Sean McVay, I think he's underrated. even after winning the Super Bowl against my Bengals, I think that this upcoming season we'll see who the real Sean McVay is. He was able to really rally that Rams team that's been dealing with a lot of injuries and is getting older now. So I think this may be his last hurrah with this iteration of the Rams. But I think he'll do a lot of he made Puka Nacua, whatever the nigga's name is, a breakout star receiver. So that just goes to show you that his system is great. And number one, of course, you got to have Andy Reid. I mean, back-to-back Super Bowls. If he wins another one, he's the first coach to three-peat. And I think at that point, we can look at Patty saying he may get 8. If Andy Reid wins the Super Bowl that's 4. He got 4 Super Bowls. He could get 8, bro. I'm just saying that. But that's the top 10 list.